Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Drunken Stoner Comedy Show. And ahead of time, let me apologize because everybody involved in this was drunk or stoned, preferably both. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So, with that in mind, a lot of this footage was lost to the obscurity of time, but we will do our best next episode to make sure that never happens again. Thank you for staying with us, and check out the show we do have recorded.
Send a photo. And I was like, background actor, huh? This is shorter than waiting in line at Central Casting for background jobs. I did, relevant. So I sent them my headshot. This was 5 years ago, and I looked even more like a child than I do right now. And I looked like a child in my headshot, and I've been on Craigslist for a while at that point, looking for jobs and selling musical instruments. And I finally got into selling my body on Craigslist, as everyone eventually does. And so I sent them my photo and on a burner email, and a month or so went by and I forgot about it. And then I got one day, about a month later, I got another email back, and it said, this very professional Mind Geek LLC header. You know about Mind Geek? They're the Amazon, they're the Disney of the industry. I watched a 45-minute YouTube documentary on it. Fascinating. And terrifying, but mostly fascinating. And they said, hey, Stephanie, we love your photo. And I was like, okay. We'd love to use you on a shoot. Just so you know, this is a pornographic cinematic endeavor. You yourself will not be involved in any of the main event. You'll be an extra. You may have a line or two. We're paid, X dollars for X amount of hours. What do you think? And I was like, fuck. My legitimate acting career is going to end right before it even begins. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I did it. And a week or so later, it was up in the Hollywood Hills in some very nice mansion, or mansion adjacent. And I drove my 2007 Prius up there. And while I was aware of what it was going to be, I wasn't super aware of my place in the world yet. So at the time I had long hair, so I did my hair, did a full face of makeup, and a very sexual, very sensual skinny jean and non-logo t-shirt. And I went inside, and I very quickly learned, oh, they don't want all this. They don't need all this. They just need a female body to scream at them. And so I had my hair, my makeup, everything done, and I had my knife in my back pocket because while I am stupid enough to take a Craigslist acting job, I'm not stupid enough to go into it unarmed. And the long story short, it's been the most professional, most consistent, most illustrious job I've ever had. 5 years running, 25 or 26 films and counting. Woo! I nominated myself for an AVN this year. Well, one, I realized you can do that, and two, and I'm like, I need a Lifetime Achievement Award or something. Everyone knows this face, but not everyone knows this story or this name. And this year, 23, is the year Stephanie DeCobb makes her mark and screams at the dick of the world. All right. Thank you guys so much. You've been amazing.
We spent such a long time putting this up here. I don't even want to move it. I'm going to just do this from here. Is this good with you? Can you see me?
You could just switch to the other.
Okay, I can move it. It moves.
You can move it.
It moves.
Yeah, take it.
So you take it out of the...
Okay, great. So, anyways, how long have you been doing comedy, Stephanie?
May.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, she just started comedy. I've done background and porn too. The craft services is horrible.
My experience is different.
Oh, you get great food.
They
You got to eat the pussy on the
once
set.
it takes you 5. Yeah. Well.
Lucky. I didn't.
It takes you 5 years to really build up a reputation.
I'm not buying porn these days, though. You know, like it's getting really weird. You don't think so? Like I see it like now. It's like, you know, somebody takes their daughter to the doctor, and the doctor starts eating them out, and it's like, it's what you need to do, doctor. Here, let me show you how it's done. It's like I'm not buying it.
Well, that's because most of the porn I do is for men.com.
Okay, that word, men.com.
Men.com.
Men's, sponsored by, shout out Men's Health.
Men.com. And a few for trans angels.
Trans angels?
Trans angels. But
Shout
mostly
out.
men.com, and they're both subscription sites. Like you can buy monthly or a giant year.
We're not doing ads here. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but all that to say is that
you could do ads here.
I did porno for anybody with money. I didn't.
Exactly. Go where the money leads you. But
This show may get to that at some point. We're trying to get viewers here.
like, I'm very proud of people
Why am
who
I
pay
still
for-
holding this?
I'm very proud of people who pay that monthly or yearly subscription. But MindGeek, who owns Men and Trans Angels, also owns Pornhub, also owns Xhamster, also owns every single other free website. So the money all goes back to them.
Okay.
They own Chatterbait, they own everything. They
So
own
where
everything.
can we find you except for men.com and Pornhub, of course?
At the Stephanie DeKalb, STEF.
Okay.
ANIEDEKALB on Instagram. Stephanie DeKalb X.
Stephanie
On
DeKalb.
Twitter.
See, I
On
knew
Twitter.
there was one with the X in it. I was waiting for it. I was like, all right.
Because all the stars put like X in them. Like, okay, well, I gotta. Maybe this will get me in search engines. I don't know.
Now, are you pushing that to bring your porn star rating up, or are you just going to bring the comedy rating up?
Whichever works.
Whatever works.
Yeah,
is on your
we're on. Yeah, we're on.
I like your style.
Whichever one. Just throw it at the wall.
Now, what's your favorite weed strain?
Oh man. I like hybrids because, I mean, you know what you're gonna get in that, like the percentage.
I like how you said that in quotes. You know what you're going to get, like,
well,
maybe not.
Because I don't.
Okay, all right. So you don't know what you're going to get. And you like
No,
that.
yeah.
I like that. So you like that you don't know what you're going to get, and
Yeah.
that's what you know you're going to get. I love it. All right. So any particular strains? You shout out to Cali Herbs Los Angeles, who hooked up each one of the comedians with some weed.
Yes.
And shout out to Hurricane Labs, who hooked up each one of the comedians as well.
Yes,
I just have to throw their names out there as much as possible. Hey, we're trying to get free weed here, people.
Yes.
Free weed for comedians. Woo, we deserve it. Tickle your funny
Oh my
bone.
God, it was for everybody.
Oh man.
And anything else you want to say in closing?
Oh,
Closing,
man.
Stephanie? Clothing. God, that's all I can think about.
That-
The porn thing.
yes,
That's just
exactly.
into my head.
My material was a lot funnier back before OnlyFans was so prevalent. Now I'm like, oh, I'm a sex worker. Yeah,
Fair enough.
Yeah, so am I. So what?
All
That's
right.
about it.
Great. Okay, so now the rest of the comedians tonight will be using this mic. I'm going to take my special mic that looks like a vibrator from you because now I'm getting nervous. All right. Okay, everybody. The next comedian coming to the stage, because we don't have people on deck in this stage. We have people who are fucking ready. Okay. Next comedian is Sam Harder.
It's true. No one knows who's going to go next. And that is the most drunk and stoner thing I've ever heard of. It's like, would you have to make a list? Ah, come on, that's too much. An order, I can't decide, you know? It's too much. How you doing? Good to see you guys here. My name's Sam Harder. I'm 34 years old. Thank you. I have a neurological disorder, and I dropped out of high school. Thank you very much. When I was younger, as you can imagine, I ruined my life with drugs and alcohol. It's true. It's true. One time I ended up buying a drug called GHB from a man named Crime Spree Lee. Do you know him? He was cool. I was in the middle of partying when I met him, and he sold me the GHB, and he was like, yeah, my name's Crime Spree Lee. And in my head, I was like, this is the coolest guy I've ever met in my whole life. With a name like that, this guy's badass. And then I was like, hell yeah, we're partying. It was like a kind of like a music house show, and there's bands playing in the backyard. And we went back there, and there's like an old, big, you know those old tube televisions. And Crime Spree Lee picked up a rock and he fucking just smashed the TV with it. And I was like, hell yeah, rock and roll, let's fucking do this. Crimes Free League rules. And then, sorry, I have COVID. And then, it was the bong hit I took earlier. And so he smashes the TV with the rock. And then Crimes Free League walks over to the TV. He bends down and he reaches inside and he grabs something out. And I go, What is that? And he holds it up. He goes, this is magnesium. You can use it to cook meth with. And I was like, Crimes Free League, I knew it. I knew you were the coolest guy in the whole world. And you just keep proving it more and more. And so, at this point, we're very good friends. He decides he wants to jump into the mosh pit because it's like metal bands playing. So before he jumps, this guy knows. He's wearing fingerless gloves. That's a heavy metal right there.
Drummer in a metal band.
Hell yeah. So the bands are playing. He decides to get in the mosh pit. He rips off his shirt. Turns out across his stomach he has a giant tattoo that just says Aryan. Ooh, yeah. How could you were my best friend? How could you do this to me? Yeah, so I was like, that's not good. And a bunch of other people at the show were like, what the fuck is up with that? They did not like it. They were surrounded him like they were going to beat him up, and Crimes Free League diffused the situation away. I'm sure he's done hundreds of times. He pointed out his own Aryan tattoo, and he goes, oh, this is just some prison shit. When I'm out, I don't even think about it. Everyone was fine with that. They're just like, I'm not going to argue with this prison Nazi about how much of a Nazi he is. I think I'll just enjoy the rock and roll and possibly not get stabbed. There's so many mic stands here. Holy shit. Fucking James Brown's band is fine. There's a fucking lot of mic stands. They got mic stands holding up the sign too. Seriously, we got enough to mic up. This guy is wearing fingerless gloves. Yeah, he's fucking doing it. Went out on a date with a woman. She was a black woman. We had some Thai food. I say she's a black woman because it has something to do with the story. I'm not just saying that for no reason.
Good for you.
Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. So we had some Thai food. We have a good time. I'm driving her home, and we're having a good conversation. Just in the middle of the conversation, there's a lull for some reason. And she just looks at me and she goes, hey, I want to ask you something. Have you ever said the N-word before? Yeah. And I was just like, whoa, totally caught off guard by that question. I'm driving, and I'm just like, I don't know how to answer this. So I just crashed the car. Right? That was the only thing I could think of. Killed us both. Got us out of the situation, though. So it was all good. It was all good.
I am an N-word.
Oh, no, never say that. No one should ever say that at all. And not at all. I've never said it, though. I know. One time I did write it on a piece of paper. And I tied that piece of paper to a balloon, and I let that balloon go. Is that better or worse? I don't know. Yeah, I was having an argument this year with my friend. He was mad about the NFL logo turning into a rainbow in June. He was just like, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. They don't even care. It's like, who cares? They need that so bad in the NFL. You know why? The NFL has one openly gay player, and they have 1,996 players. The gay math does not add up. Statistically impossible. If I were to put you in a room with 1,995 men, and I said, do you think all of them are straight? You'd be like, hell no. Hell no. There's so many men in here, probably most of them are gay, because there's no women in the situation. Just hypothetical women, not a single woman inside.
There is gay math. I did not know.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. 2 + 2 equals cockiness. So it's simple. The calculator has it. But think about it. I did the math. According to Google, the percentage of gay people, there'd be 72 gay NFL players if it stuck with the rest of the society's statistics. and 72. So that means about 2 on each team, or 1 entirely gay football team. You have to prove you're gay to be on it for some reason. See, he's on the Cleveland Browns, so that's a little too on the nose. I was thinking more like the Chicago Bears. That makes a little more sense to me. Although, you know, the Bills, the Buffalo Bills, but it's just a guy named Bill, and they're all gay? I don't know. Miami Dolphins, I looked it up. The dolphins are the only NFL animal that actually does homosexual acts in the wild. Yeah, Cardinals ain't down with that shit, apparently. So, yeah, I think they need it. They need it. It'll be a good job. Okay, so I have one more thing to say. I used to do heroin. Thank you. One time I accidentally smoked heroin at a party. It's true, I accidentally smoked at a party. Guess what happened after that? The party got fucking awesome. I was on heroin. It felt great. It was wonderful. No, I accidentally smoked heroin at a party. This is a true story. After that, I accidentally smoked it again 12 dozen times. It was crazy. I got addicted to heroin. I used to do heroin and just try to go to parties and like normal stuff. Like I would try to just talk to people like you while on heroin. And they'd be like talking about something normal. They'd be like, hey, did you see the basketball game earlier? It was good. And I'd be like, yeah, and you ever notice how good it feels when you breathe? And then they'd just be like, get the fuck away from me, you weirdo. God damn, you're weird. One time I met a girl at a party on the dance floor. She wanted to dance with me. And I was like, fuck yeah, this never happens. So we're dancing, we're fucking grooving. I don't know that many dance moves, believe it or not. I don't know that many. So I just started trying dance moves I've only seen on TV. I was like, you know. And then at some point, I decided to try to dip her. You know the dance move, the dip, where you go like this and you bring them back, very graceful. So I go to do that, and I get here, and I'm like, oh no. She can do the down part, but I can't get her to do the up part. I am not strong enough for this. And then in my heroin brain, I was like, what am I going to do? A gentleman doesn't let a lady hit the ground. I'm a southern gentleman. I can't let a lady hit the ground. And so my heroin brain just has to make a decision. As she's going down, I was like, I got to brace her fall. What should I do? My brain just goes, stick your knee out. Okay. So she's going. I try to like put my knee underneath her to brace her fall. But I basically just like lowered her down into a pro wrestling style backbreaker on the dance floor. And then I did the only thing you could do after that. I pinned her for the 3 count. Won the world championship. Thank you very much.
Woo! All right, that was Sam Harder. Sam, so I've been there, man. The body expression is everything, man. The other day I was having a conversation with this dude, and when I got up, like I did like this and like that. He goes, "Oh man, does your knee hurt?" And I said, "Nah, man, my ball's stuck to my leg." Like it's just the way you do things sometimes.
No, I agree. That happens a lot to me as well.
Shit, man, how long you been doing comedy?
About 8, 9 years, somewhere around there.
8, 9 years.
Yeah.
So where are you originally from?
I'm from Austin, Texas. Born and raised. I've lived out here for 5 years now. I like it.
You can tell you're from Austin without it, like wearing a shirt that says Austin, Texas. You don't have to wear a cowboy hat.
No.
You just got the look.
No. Yeah,
it's
definitely.
awesome, man. Like, where can we find you on what platforms?
I'm on Twitter, Slam Harder. I'm on Instagram, Sam Harder 666. My other account I got hacked, so I'm going with this one now.
Hacked at $1 million, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a hot girl. She was trying to message me, and I was like, "What's up?" All of a sudden, I don't have an Instagram account anymore. What happened? I have a podcast called The Goods from the Woods. Check that out.
The Goods from the Woods?
The Goods from the Woods. We're just from the South, and we talk about Southern stuff sometimes. So just anything.
I freaking love that, man. That sounds awesome, man. So, you smoke weed, obviously. What's your favorite strain?
Ooh, I like a GMO. That's a
man,
one
real
consistently.
Garlic, mushroom, and onion, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. Tropical cherry. It's the new strain that won the Cannabis Cup this year. I got to try some recently.
Ooh,
you got to try it. The tropical cherry, folks.
God damn, I could dig into that. That sounds awesome. You ever tied a cherry stem with your tongue? Like
Hell no. Has anyone, is that possible?
Oh, I do that and freak people out at parties.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely possible.
I like this guy, dude. He reminds me like of my grandpa I've never had. You're my boy, Blue!
I have a feeling he also freaks people out at parties.
He's for everybody that's tuning in at home, people have come in from a newspaper article that I had no clue was being published that has all of my personal information on it. So if you want my social security, find the Thousand Oaks Acorn. I told them I want to do a story. They found the info about me. That's all. And he clipped out the thing, man. Oh my god! I think you're gonna get a discount, huh?
Anal retentive.
Anal retentive.
All right.
There's someone else that has something to do with anal around here too. One of the other porn stars we have coming up tonight. No, I'm just kidding. You guys got excited. You got excited. I saw your eyes widen. Yeah, thank you. So I would love to steal this from you, but then I'm going to put it on my...
It's for you.
It's for me? Thank you. Because I'm not going to find this newspaper again. Wow. Guys. Woo! Hey, let me read this real quick. Juan still got Sam on stage, too. Eureka Comedy Showcase. Grab a cold beer and listen to hot stand-up as local comic Stephen Timble launches a Monday night comedy showcase performance, a rotating lineup of performers. Very bad grammar, whoever's working with the Acorn.
What, did you write this?
I'm great at writing. I think I might have. I might have wrote this. I'm just remembering it now.
We're from the country.
You're from the country. You read it very well, Ben.
We saw it too, but look at the demographic.
I love it. I love it. The people who read the newspaper. Woo! Shout out. Tucker Carlson did not show up at the show.
He's coming.
He's coming later. But you guys, thank you so much for coming out. We're going to have more comics right now. Up next is one of the greatest comics. Everybody here is a great comic, but I paused right now, so I had to kind of bring you back into it after I trashed your ears for a minute. One of the greatest comics in Los Angeles, Caesar Lizardo.
What's up, everybody? Yeah! Pleasure to be here. Good to see you, folks. As a nice man said, my name is Caesar Lizardo, which I know is confusing for a black man to have an Italian name. Doesn't make a lot of sense for a lot of people. I'm what I like to refer to myself as ambiguous. Yeah, you don't know what type of nigga I am. You don't know if I'm Brazilian, Egyptian, Drake, Will Smith, dark, yeah, thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, you don't even know if I can say that word. Not gentlemen, nigga, that word. Very, very awkward. Yeah, I was in the front seat of an Uber one time because I didn't know how Uber worked. This was like 10 years ago. And the guy who was driving was super, super excited to see me. He's just looking at me. He's like staring and smiling. He's an Indian guy. He's like smiling at me and stuff. And I can already tell what's coming, right? He's looking at me. He's like, "Hey, buddy." And I just gave him what he wanted. I was like, "Oh, me, right?" Super low key, not racist at all. He's like, "I know it. I look at face. I can tell you are 100 Indian, my friend." He didn't even say percent. 100 Indian, my guy. And so I'm trying to go with it, but he kept doing like Indian stuff, and I couldn't really keep up. He's like, cut. I was like, all right, slow down. I was like, listen, man, I had a break in time. I was like, hey, man, I'm just playing. I'm not really Indian. And he's like, but your parents are from India, yes? I was like, they're from Dominican Republic, actually. Dominican Republic. What part of India is this? I was like, it's in the Caribbean, actually. Well, technically, it's in the West Indies. I know that you 100 Indian guy. And we just drove off into the atmosphere, I guess. Yeah, we drove off into space. Is what we did. But yeah, I'm Dominican. I'm from LA. I have a daughter. She's 4 years old. Yes, I didn't pull out, so I push that feet. She's white, like many of you people in here. And if you're wondering how white she is, her mom is from Montana. So that's pretty fucking white. That's one of the top 3 whitest states out there, right after Idaho and Maine, which is mainly white people. So, I mean, you guys all know. You guys know. But, you know, she's up there in the white hierarchy. So I'm pretty excited, you know, because I've only had brown privilege my whole life. But now I got 2 white girls next to me. Hey, you know, now I can live vicariously through them, you know? See what it's like to be you folks. So, you know, white folks from Thousand Oaks, I wanna be in that, you know? But, you know, I'm excited. Like I said, my family is Dominican. You know, I'm really excited. No, wait, hold on. I'm trying to switch up the order of which jokes I did first and last. Okay. Yeah, all right, I'm there now. My daughter, let's go back to that. Her name is Mia. I wanted to name her Daisy because she was an oopsie daisy. We didn't plan her. But like I said, she's white, so she's awesome. She says a lot of crazy shit to me all the time. Just in the last month, she said like 2 really crazy things to me. I guess she doesn't see me change a whole lot because she walked into the room the other day while I had my shirt off, and me and my girl are there, and she walks in, I have my shirt off, and she goes, "Ooh, Daddy, you're the man," right? And she's 4 years old, so me and my girl are just laughing, like looking at each other, like, where the fuck did you come up with this, right? And I was like, "She hear you say that?" And my girl was just like, "No, definitely not. I never said that to you." I was like, "All right, cool. That's awesome. Fuck you then." But, you know, she came up to me a few days later, and I'm in the kitchen. She's like, "Daddy, you're stinky." And I was like, "Oh, yeah?" She's like, "Yeah, you gotta take a shower." I was like, "Oh, really? Do I have to wash my butt?" Because, you know, kids love butt shit. And she was like, "Yeah, you have to wash your hiney and your giny." And I was like, "Okay, hold up a second. Daddy doesn't have a giny, sweetie." "Well, then what do you have?" "I have a wee-wee." "You gotta wash your wee-wee, dude." I was like, okay, you know what? You gotta get the fuck out of here. That's how every one of those conversations I have with her. You gotta get the fuck out of here, you know? Like, I remember when she was learning how to talk, she's like not even a year old. She pointed in my face, mad aggressive, said the N-word 5 times. Yeah. Crazy, right? She was like, no. I was like, "Mia, where'd you learn this?" She was like, "Come on, nigga, shit." I was like, "All right, now I get the fuck out of here." That's how that conversation ends. You know, I love being Dominican because my family is so hilarious. You know, as far as just having a crazy accent, saying stupid shit all the time. Like, I got in an argument with my aunt a couple weeks back, and she got really mad at me, right? She pointed at my face. She's like, "You know what? I am 58, okay?" I was like, "I'm sorry, you fisted who?" She's like, "I am 58, she's old, okay?" And I was like, "Listen, I don't care how old you think she is. I don't want to hear about you fisting people, Dion, that's gross, you know?" You know, my dad, sorry, this is probably very inappropriate for you, sir. You're like, it's past my bedtime. I need to go home. They said the N-word 7 times. But yeah, my dad, when I told him that I got my daughter some ballet lessons for Christmas, you know, he also has a crazy accent. He was like, "Ballet lessons? What is she going to be, parking cars or something?" I don't get it, you know. Bing, bing, give me a ticket. You know, I was like, no. Ballet, not valet. Ballet, that's what I say. Bing, bing, I'm like, all right, whatever, you know. You know, one of our favorite words as Dominicans is the word coño. I don't know if you guys have heard it in movies or anything. And like, "Coño, man," you know, it just means, it's like a word of excitement. It means like, fuck, shit, damn, right? And we use it in every sentence. My dad's been saying it to me my whole life. You know, you bust in a room like, "Hey, how's it going, coño? What's going on in here, coño? Coño, I hurt my foot," you know? And so naturally, 2005, I'm like 17, 18, I get a Facebook, I make my middle name on Facebook, Coño, right? So I'm Cesar Coño Lizardo. You guys can add me later. I don't know, Zuckerberg hasn't figured it out yet, but whatever. So, you know, I'm getting in a Facebook argument, because it's 2005, we hadn't learned better, right? We don't know what trolls are yet. And I'm arguing with this guy, we're going back and forth, fuck you, not fuck you, right? And then he goes, "You know what? I don't even know why I'm talking to a guy whose middle name means pussy." And I was like, "You're stupid, because that's not what it means, right?" He's like, "No, that's definitely what it means." I was like, "No, it means like fuck or shit or damn. It's a word of exclamation." I get into the whole thing. He's like, "No, it means like pussy, fuck, vagina." I was like, "All right, you know what? because it's 2005, and you probably haven't even heard of this yet. I'm gonna mess you up with something you probably don't even know what it is. It's called Google or Googly. I don't know how to say it yet, but I'm gonna spit some facts for you right now. All right, so I put it in the search bar. CO164 for the Enye O for the Spanish students. Anyways, there it is. First entry, Spanish slang from Spain. Pussy. I was like, okay, hold on a second. That doesn't make sense. Let's look at the next entry. That's not even Spanish. That's Spain Spanish. That's Spanish. That's not even. You know what? Let me go to the next entry, right? Fam, the next like 10 entries were like pussy, vagina, pussy, vagina. It was like a fucking like a clitoris rape or something, right? And I'm like, you know, like just rolling balls, having existential crisis, like pussy, vagina, right? And you know, I'm having all these like flashbacks of all the conversations I had with my dad, you know, where he's like, hey, how's it going, coño? What you doing in here, coño? Coño, I hurt my foot, you know? But now it's like, hey, how's it going, pussy? What you doing in here, pussy, I hurt my foot. I'm like, yo, has my dad been calling me a pussy for 18 motherfucking years? You know? So I confronted him. I was like, hey, nigga, what's up? You know, like, hey, papi, ¿qué pasó? Is this true? It's like, is this what this means, you know? And super nonchalant, he was like, yeah. You didn't know that? And I was like, no, I didn't know that. He goes, yeah, like a coño de tu madre. I was like, ah! I don't know if you guys can translate simple Spanish, but the coño de tu madre is the pussy of your mother, man. Like it's some kind of fucking Scarface Dracula or some shit. You know, so you guys can add me on Facebook later. I'm Caesar Pussy Lizardo. I think that's, I don't know, is that too many?
Caesar, Pussy Lizardo. Fucking hey, man! I put him as Iron Man on the cover of one of our flyers one day. It's just that wow! I look at you in a whole different light. God damn!
Somebody commented that I should be Iron Man.
Iron Man. The Iron Caesar. I like it, man. Shit.
You know, I'm over here with the Hulk and, you know, Spider-Man, you know, everybody cool, you know.
He's from Monterey, man. Yeah, so man, what you drinking or anything tonight?
Yeah, I had a really nice IPA over here. I forget what it was called.
Do you guys know what IPA you was drinking over here?
It was a hazy one. It was nice.
Coastal Drift. You're drinking on the Coastal Drift. It's a hazy, right? Hazy IPA. That's a great beer, man.
Beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm drinking on Between Normandy and Weston. Is the name of this beer? It's called Between Normandy and Weston. It's a pale ale. Yeah,
2%. That was going to be my next one.
Yeah, you know exactly about it.
I read the board. That one. I want that one next.
Dude, it's got a good bitterness to it. The clarity on it's awesome. There's bubble to it.
How's the mouthfeel?
The mouthfeel is that of champagne. It slides down your mouth like a great Stephanie DeCab flick.
I'm not gonna lie. I went to a party one time in college and I had the Miller High Lifes, the 32 ounce, and this girl's like, "What are you drinking?" I was like, "It's the champagne of beers." And she's like, "Oh my god, he's drinking champagne beer!" I was like, "Wow, this is the stupidest one." He's drinking champagne beer. So I don't know. You're like, the mouth feels like champagne. I'm like,
I got called out for 40s recently. Like I was drinking a 40 and some guy told me I was culturally appropriating. I'm like, really? Like a 40 ounce? Like, what are you appropriating? Drums? Yeah. Yeah, I like to get as much alcohol for as cheap as possible, and I'm going to pay and change most of the time. So
like our alcoholics is looking at you.
Thank you, Mickey's.
Our alcoholics is looking at you like, look at this fucking guy. He doesn't even have cirrhosis, this fucking poser.
The guy told me in line, he says, like, bro, are you trying to be black with that party? I said, I'm trying to be drunk, man. And it was just like, we became friends afterwards. Just, you know, everybody really wants to be a friend to each other in real life. It just takes the connection, you know? Sometimes it takes the connection between fist to nose, but a connection always has to be made. I thought it was going to be funnier than it was. Jesus Christ. Anyways, shout out. So, how'd you feel about the gift bag today, man?
Woo, man. It's so nice to come out, because I came from Inglewood, so
woo, shout out Inglewood.
So, it was a little bit of a drive. But it was very nice, man. I show up, there's like a brown paper lunch bag with my last name on it, like my mom made it for school for me. The only thing was this was a little heart.
Shout out Mama Lizardo.
In my mom's handwriting, right? And then I open it, It's got like 4 different types of fucking edibles, a cartridge, a bag of bud.
Bag of Bud, Cali Herbs, Los Angeles, fantastic weed, man.
Damn,
Shout out
love you
Lavender Boys. Woo!
Hurricane Labs.
Yeah, Hurricane Labs. Oh, see, there you go. Delicious edibles and tinctures and RSO extractions. I know the people here who came from the newspaper clip that I'm still shocked about are very shocked. They didn't expect to come to the Drunken Stoner comedy show, but welcome. You are now Drunken Stoners as well. You are all Drunken Stoners at home. You have made it this far. As I said, we are doing a raffle. All you have to do is you go, you buy a beer, you sign your name on the receipt, bring it over to this young lady right here, and we'll shuffle them all about.
I give it to
You give her? Oh, okay. All right, cool. So I'm gonna check, and somebody's gonna win a prize. But you at home too could win prize. We have fantastic stuff. Our amazing sponsor, Cali Herbs LA, and our other sponsors, Hurricane Labs. Our other sponsors, thedreamtofthe90s.com. Everybody has some amazing stuff that we're all trying to give away to you. So all you have to do is you go, you make a donation. $1 is 1 vote. And, you can vote as many times as you want. Each vote, better chance to win. So go out there, get yourself a t-shirt. Next comic we have coming to the stand is a Valley legend. If you guys have never heard of Ryan Talmo, let me grace your ears right now with the pleasure, Ryan Talmo.
Guys, give it up for the Drunken Stoner putting this whole thing together. Oh my God.
These are my people.
Yeah, exactly. You were so quiet the entire time, then you started talking to me. I'm ADD, so when people talk to me, I get all creeped out. So if that makes any sense, I don't know. Just very tired more than anything else. We were talking about porn earlier, right? That's what we were talking about. Porn. I worked in porn too. So it's I don't know what productions you worked on exactly, but I actually worked on porn when I first moved here almost like 13 years ago. So not here. I know they do porn in Thousand Oaks now. You guys knew that? They do porn here because LA are pussies. We voted for condoms and we pushed the production out of Los Angeles, and then they went to Simi Valley and Thousand Oaks. So you guys got all the porn now. No one cares. That's cool. So anyways, I worked on this production called Ass Bandits when I first moved to Los Angeles. Yes, Ass Bandits. Check the movie out, please. I need money. I get 10 cent residuals on that. So every time you click on it, I get some money from it. It's good stuff. So anyways, about Ass Bandits, I was an editor for it. I didn't do background work. I wasn't really a porn star. Went to film school. That was my inspiration, and I'm here on a Monday night. So obviously, filmmaking didn't make it for me. But anyways, this movie called Ass Bandits I did was it was basically a 90-minute movie, and my whole job was just to edit penises out of the movie. That was my job, okay? I actually had to look for penises for 8 hours a day for 5 days a week for an entire month for this movie called Ass Bandits. Yes, you guys are liking it at the table. Table number 3. I don't know what table it is, which table it is, but yes. It was crazy. I actually, what's surprising is that I can know what any penis looks like in the room right now. So it's just, that's the sad skill I have in my life after 13 years. I know what every man's cock looks like without taking off their clothes. That's just depressing, but that's what I have. So anyways, I had to actually look for these penises every day. And 8 hours a day. This is in Chatsworth. And basically, where the studio was right behind a Black Angus. I don't know if you guys know the Black Angus is in Chatsworth. There's actually a studio behind it. That is the magic of porn. You never know where they're filming. It's somewhere. So it's behind a Black Angus, and that's where we shot. And I would go to there's a Del Taco that was across the train tracks, and I would go there, and I would just cry every lunch because I would just go on my Facebook, and I would scroll, and I realized that all my friends are living normal lives because when lunch is over, I had to look for more cocks. So it's very depressing. But it paid the rent. And then there was another film I worked on. I worked on 3 movies, by the way. That's, again, if you click on these movies, I get a residual check of 10 cents, and it goes to me. Actually, goes to my daughter now, the 2-year-old daughter, and she gets some. It's her college fund, basically. So if you want to jerk off, click on Ass Bandits. Don't think about my daughter. Think about me giving my money to my daughter. So think about that. Don't think of my daughter. Think about me giving money to my daughter as you jerk off. That's basically. Okay, so Ass Bandits, I worked on this movie, and then also Fisting in Paradise. I don't know if you guys have seen that film, Fisting in Paradise. It's a classic. It's a great one. It was filmed in Reseda. Reseda is kind of like the godfather of porn, pretty much. That's where porn started, pretty much. I think it was Reseda, California. It was not Paradise. It was just it was in a backyard and it was a pool and a coconut and a palm tree, and that was the paradise, I guess. And there's a lot of fisting. Any fisting in the house? Any fisters? No? I'm just alienating. Yeah. I polarize the room pretty much about fisting. Every time I bring about fisting, everyone's like, I don't want to talk about that. They're like, oh, wow. It's like a bar conversation that no one wants to talk about. Fisting's magic, by the way. Pure magic. Because your fist disappears. I don't know what happens to it, but it disappears. Third film I worked on was Squirting 3000. Yes. It's a sci-fi movie, guys. It takes place in space. You guys ever seen that movie Gravity with George Clooney and Sandra Bullock, the Oscar award-winning film? It's just like that. Yeah. Just squirting in space. Imagine that. Just all right. You know, Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks. You know all that? Yeah, great movie, Kevin Bacon. Yeah, just like that. Just the squirting. Just in space. Good movies, guys. Good movies. I worked on 3, and now I'm doing stand-up for too long. My career's gone nowhere. Yeah, squirt. Guys, seriously, check it out, sir. Go click on it, go home, wake up the kids, put it on. Squirting 3000. Crazy, yes. So that's when I first moved here. That's a one milestone of mine. Another milestone, this is kind of crazy, and diving into something different here. This is true, too. About a month from now, I'll be 4 years cancer-free. That is true. Yes. There's applause break. Got scattered here, okay. There was a few months ago I brought this up, and it's true. I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma stage 3, and I went through 12 treatments of chemo, smoked a lot of weed, and that was my way to get through it. And I brought this up to the night, and there was a packed house, over 50 people in a small little room, and I said I was cancer-free. Only 10 people out of the 50 applied for me being cancer-free. So that means 40 people wanted me dead, basically, in that room. They did not want me to go through remission and live. It was very depressing. And what's up for me is that I take that kind of like seriously in a way, because I guess it's my ADD problem. I don't know, like, oh God, 40 people want me dead. And so then I was on stage and I just ate a dick for 8 minutes straight because I thought about 40 people just wanted me dead. If you think about that, just think about it. Shit gets in my head. All comics, we're all like that. We all get to our head. Especially when we bomb. We start sweating. Like, ugh. So anyways, I bombed. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, 40 people want me dead. I got non-Hodgkin's lymphoma back in 2018. It was crazy. I had a PICC line in my arm, and that's how I took my chemo. I would actually pump in saline water in my arms and in my PICC line, and that would clean out the pipe pretty much, and my PICC line would be connected to my heart. That's how I took my chemo. And I would feel this water, this cold saline water going in my heart every day, which made me a cold-hearted bitch, I guess. Such a stupid joke. Okay, I fucked it up anyways. I said legit cold-hearted bitch, and I was thinking too much right there. And you guys did not give a shit, so that's cool. It's like the first joke I wrote in the hospital bed, and I was like, God, this is gold. And it's not. It's been 4 years, and it's not gold. Because you guys even said, that joke sucked. You guys are going to go in your car like, wow, that cancer comic, that was a shitty joke you said. That cold-hearted bitch joke. Yeah, okay. Anyways. I like that joke. I still eat it anywhere. I tell my kid it too, and she hates it. Also with the whole situation, I have a 2-year-old daughter. Who saw that coming? Because when I had cancer, my doctor, he told me that my chances of having a kid was very slim, he said. I'm like, oh shit, like how much is it going to cost to freeze my sperm just in case if I make this and I can reproduce the valid Jesus, you know? And he said $5,000. I'm like, fuck that. You know what? I'll just die or live but not be a dad. That's basically what's going to happen. And then I told my now wife, I'm like, hey, if I get through this and I get into remission, I can just cream pie you every day and not worry about it. Because I'll be shooting blanks for the rest of my life. And she was game for that. And she has 4 kids. She she has 4 kids, so she's very fertile. And that was my chance, because I was saying, hey, I could cream pie you to the day I die, even though she has already 4 kids. And so we fucked for 2 years straight after remission. We fucked on my last night of chemo. We had sex, and that was the hottest cancer sex I ever had in my life. Okay, I was just pumped full of chemo, and we fucked, and I threw up, and it was awesome. It was great. I was all sweating, I was radiating heat from all that chemo. It was awesome. So anyways, through my whole chemo thing, after my 3rd treatment, my body was changing a lot, and masturbation was my escape. And I would jerk off a lot in the shower. That's what I used to do. And it was sad. I had to actually jerk off with my left hand, I guess, not my right, because my right had my PICC line, and I couldn't get my PICC line wet, and I couldn't be aggressive on it, or it'll snap, and then I'll die. So I couldn't do that. So I had to jerk off with my left, and I'm not a switch hitter. I'm not that kind of person. And it's kind of like someone just jerking off for you for a favor. It's just kind of really sad. It's like you don't want to do it, but they're just trying to do it. And then it's like the only time where you talk to your dick and trying to come. Like, oh, come on, just come. All right, anyways. I lost all you guys there. Anyways, talking about my sex life right now. 4 years ago, jerking off in the shower alone, crying. So anyways, off my 3rd treatment, I came and my cum changed colors that night. My 3rd treatment, right after my 3rd treatment, it was the color neon orange. I swear to God. Yeah, and it looked like the Nickelodeon logo hit the shower floor. That's dead serious. Very nostalgic, guys. Come on, think about it. All those great Nicktoons back in the day. Rugrats, and okay. So that's crazy. Anyway, so back to me cream pieing my wife. So I haven't had sex in 2 years. That's what I'm just trying to say. It's just because my daughter's born, and I'm scared. I'm scared to have sex. I'm scared to repopulate now. My life has been ruined from children. Come on, Caesar's been talking about his kid. I have a kid too. We're both miserable at the bar. You can see that. You have kids too?
I've got past all that. It happens.
That's all what? I mean, I was told I could cream pie the rest of my life, and then I only could cream pie for 2 years, and now I'm scared. I'm not going to fuck ever again.
Yeah? Well,
yeah, because he told me that I'll be shooting blanks for my rest. Yeah, no more shooting blanks. I'm just coming on her chest. That's all I can do now.
You could be lucky.
I could be lucky. No, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I love my daughter. She's everything.
Use your left hand.
Yeah.
You can be lucky.
No, I'm happy. I'm cancer-free for 4 years, and I cream pie for 2, and I have a 2-year-old daughter. Yeah. Don't know where this is going.
So you are lucky.
Yes, I'm very lucky, sir. I'm very lucky. We should be at the bar drinking, like you and I, just talking about how lucky we both are. We both are very lucky.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say is that when I was sick, I was very fortunate enough to be booked at the Hooters Casino in Las Vegas. And yeah, it was great. I was booked with 6 other great comics. And the first 3 or 4 comics, they killed it. They all did great sets. They each had to do 10 minutes. And they annihilated their sets, and I was like, oh, this is a cat in the bag. I got this. Been doing comedy long enough. And I was very sick. I was like, I think that was my 7th treatment. And when the host came up to me, hey, Talmo, you're next. I'm like, cool. All right, I'm ready. And then he was like, he's about to bring me up, and his introduction was, hey guys, the next comic, he's the king of San Bernardino. Give it up for Ryan Talmo. And I was like, holy shit, no, he got that wrong. And so when I got on stage, I'm like, hey guys, he got this all wrong. I am not the king of San Bernardino. They call me the Valley Jesus of the San Fernando Valley. And then there's 250 people in the crowd. And by the way, just to remind you guys, I was bald and I was like 115 pounds and I was a cancer patient, okay? I was just like, it was gross, a little alien looking dude. And I looked more like the king of San Bernardino because I had that KKK look just on meth, basically. That's what it looked like. Like, hey guys. So anyways, I ate a dick for seriously 7 minutes straight, and then there was this lady in the back. She just yells out like, "Get off the stage!" She didn't say like that. It was more cunty, and it was like, "Oh god!" And I was sweating, and I was like, "Hey guys, I've been doing comedy for a very long time, and I'm now fighting cancer, and I'm here right now. This is 2 of the hardest things that a human can do, and I'm doing it. So God bless and good night." And I put the mic away, and the second I got off the stage, all 250 people that did not laugh for me at all for those 7 minutes straight got up on their feet and started applauding for me like it was my best set ever. And I got so pissed off because I was eating a dick. So I'm supposed to bomb and get off and cry, but then everyone came up to me and said, "No, you did so great. It was so inspirational watching you." And I'm like, no, I was eating a dick for 7 minutes straight. None of you guys are laughing and none of you guys are on my side. Anyways, I don't know why I bring that up because it goes always love it though. Guys, that is my time, I guess. And I'll get back to the Drunken Stoner. I have some questions to ask me.
All right, yeah. Another round of applause for Ryan, because I mean, beating cancer is hard. I can't even beat, fucking nothing. Video games or something. Fucking God, I'm turning this way towards the thing.
Where is the
camera? I have an envisioned reason why I think you're called Valley Jesus. Can I actually go through it? Will you let me do this?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Cool. So, all right. Ryan Talma was born at an undisclosed time and location in a manger in the San Fernando Valley. Somewhere in Panorama City.
Oh, yeah.
The best place to be. Hey, that's where I'm from. Don't talk shit. At that day, 12 wise men from 12 different gangs all emerged. They said, hey, this fool right here is going to be someone special. One fool, Judas, said, nah, dog. That bitch is dead now. Ryan Talma has made it so far these past couple of years because people don't believe him, the Jews in Hollywood.
That's right.
But he came back. He came back ferocious. We're talking about Valley Jesus here. He himself can be the king of the Hollywood Jews.
Oh yeah.
But no. Listen, things were happening. Somebody said, let's nail him up and prosecute him for what he's done.
Jesus. Okay.
And he goes, that's kind of fucked up. So
Yeah.
See, I'm close, right? Am I close?
Basically, I have really long hair, and then this dude said, "Hey, you look like." Originally, it's like, "Hey, you look like the Geico caveman."
And you let me go through this whole story.
Yeah, it was great. I liked it because it's more biblical than mine. So I just said, "Hey, I hate."
I know I read it somewhere.
You did. It's on my Wikipedia page. Actually, more than anything else, that's what I wrote down. So that's where
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ryan, how long have you been smoking weed? Because your hair says since the 70s.
Since, it's funny, in high school, everyone thought I was like the dealer, but I wasn't, so I didn't smoke weed.
I know.
I didn't smoke weed actually until when I got sick, so like 2018. So when I got sick, that's when I started taking edibles, and a lot more CBD I was taking at the time, but I was smoking a lot more, because all the chemo was fucking me up, so that's what I was doing. Before that, I was an alcoholic. So I kind of switched gears a little bit.
Hey, guys. So, did anyone hear that? The curing properties of marijuana brought this man to the light. Yes. And it was Jesus at that. It was Jesus at that. I'm preaching like I'm doing a sermon. This guy's going to catch me in church and beat my ass. I can see it.
We need a snake.
He's got a violence to him. It's hidden. It's deep. I see it. It's a striped shirt, man. You're like, I don't know. Shit. Anyways, how you guys doing tonight? You get 2 beers? You might win this raffle. God, all right. So Ryan Talma right here. Where can we find you?
Find me on. I'm very generic Facebook and Instagram. Just look up Ryan Talma or RYNTALMO. I'm right there. And I'll add you, I'll follow you and whatnot. I'll like your post. I'll look at your bikini photos, all kind of crap. I'll look at it. So
he said that I will not follow you back. Do not message me online. No, I'm just kidding. See, nobody laughed from that because it's just so true. It's so real. So right now we're having another comic coming to the stage right now. You making eye contact. Thank you, Ryan Talma. Another round of applause. AJ O'Connell is a man that I've known for all of 20 minutes. And he asked to come up on this stage because one of our comics couldn't be here today. Today, I bring you AJ O'Connell. Go! Don't try to drink my beer, AJ. Don't try to do it.
Tell me slow down. Some of you want to notice I'm fat. I just want to get it right out of the way. I am, it's true. No, you're not. I was not playing tricks with you. I do look like this. I'm fat, and I'm not a big fan of the body positivity movement as a fat person. It might seem a little strange, but in my defense, before the body positivity movement, I looked great. I was so fit. Before, when you guys used to bully me, oh my god, I was so hot. Yeah, it's messed up because I'm gonna die sooner because you guys don't want to make me feel bad. Jokes on you guys, I feel bad all the time. I never feel good. I eat mostly tortellini. I feel sick right now. I do. I eat a lot. I eat so much tortellini. I have to go to 2 different grocery stores so that either one can know how much tortellini I like, or they're gonna cut me off. You know. It's funny. It's weird because like doctors, for example, did not get the body positivity movement memo. You know, they just tell you how it is. They don't. It's not like a doctor comes in and says, "Let me check your." Oh, you know what? Actually, it says you're beautiful just the way you are. So don't even do jumping jacks or whatever. You're fine. No, they say take a lap. They say that you have high cholesterol. I don't know what they say. I don't go to the doctor. I don't want to know. I know it's bad. I'm not going to change. Why go? It's great. What I don't like about the body positivity movement the most is that people don't get it. Like, they don't do it right. They just say, you're not fat. That's their big move. That's everyone's. If I say I'm fat, people go, no, you're not. That's it. That's all they got in the tank. They're not trying to make you feel good about being fat. They just are like, being fat is bad, but you're not it, so don't worry, you know? And it sucks, because I know I'm fat. And I figured it out, actually. I cracked the code. Yeah. I figured it out every time I tell someone I'm a vegetarian, and I go, no, you're not. I'm a vegetarian, but no one's believed it yet. It's crazy. It sucks. It's like, oh, I wonder why you don't believe me. You believed her, you know. It's like, it's crazy because, like, saying no, you're not fat is not a good thing. It's not like it doesn't make you feel better at all, right? Like, I know I'm fat. Like, tortellini I buy. I have a good foot, you know? You don't have a good foot unless you have a bad foot. And you don't have a bad foot unless you're fat. And, like, people, I'll say I'm not fat. Like, imagine I was anything else. Imagine I wasn't fat. Imagine I was, like, gay, for example. And I said, I'm gay. And my friend was like, no, you're not. Come on, don't say that. You're not, come on, dude. Don't beat up on yourself. You're not that fat. You're not that gay. It's interchangeable. You're not that gay. You're gayer than me, but you're not like super gay. You're not like Bruce Valanche. She's gay, you know. Worse for fat. How gay was Bruce Valanche? Center square and all squares. And fat. That's the point. It's interchangeable in this case. Had to find a fat gay celebrity for that joke. Not easy. Name another one. I can go back to the 90s. Fat, gay, and funny. That's the title of my special. Yeah. I mentioned I've met the doctor recently. I stopped taking my medication, actually, because I don't have insurance. You know, so that's how it works. And I stopped taking my medication. I have ADHD. I took Concerta for 18 years. Since I was 10 years old, they gave me drugs. And it turns out I've learned some things about being off the ADHD medication. It turns out ADHD sucks. It's really bad, and it feels a lot like withdrawal from drugs. All I know is I took the drug for 18 years straight, and I feel like shit after I stopped taking it. Must be the ADHD. These night sweats are killing me. I think I might be addicted. I never thought you could be addicted to ADHD medication. That's something I learned. It turns out it's a lot like cocaine. It's an upper. And it's highly addictive, and if anybody has any, I'll blow you for it. And those are some things I learned about Concerta since I stopped taking it. It's a hell of a drug. It's crazy. I didn't know this. I was like, oh, how bad could it be? You know, they gave it to a 10-year-old. It's gotta be pretty good. Nope. Turns out it's wild. That's why my dad was always like, don't give this to your friends. I didn't really get why at the time. It's crazy. But if anybody has a prescription, let's talk. Let's party. Or whatever. I'm fine. I don't need it. I was talking to a friend recently, an old friend, and the interesting thing about talking about an old friend is that you didn't talk about the same stuff. When you're in kindergarten, you're not talking politics, so you have no idea what's going to come out of people's mouths when you start talking to a friend you haven't talked to since you were a kid, right? So I was talking to him, and I was like, yeah, you know the U.S. government invented crack cocaine to kill black people. He probably didn't see that coming. But he was like, yeah, totally, absolutely. But they could have just not done crack. And I was like, that's not how crack works. Okay. Turns out I'm an addict myself. I just learned this. But yeah, that's not how crack works. And he's like, yeah, no, we don't know anybody that did crack. I'm like, that's crazy. That's not true at all. And I got really mad. The reason I got mad is we're both from Rhode Island, okay? And in Rhode Island, smallest state in the country, if you don't know, it's also has terrible fast food, right? no Jack in the Box, no Del Taco, no Carl's Jr. or Hardy. Until 2017, we didn't have a Sonic, okay? But we got a Sonic in 2017, and it made waves. It changed Rhode Island. It was the biggest thing to come to Rhode Island since Rocco Baldelli. You guys don't know who that is, but that doesn't matter. He's from Rhode Island, and he's a baseball player. Anyway, Sonic came to Rhode Island. It was such a big deal, I heard about it. I heard about a fast food chain opening up 40 minutes away from where I lived. That's how big a deal this was in Rhode Island. By the way, 40 minutes to Rhode Island is usually out of Rhode Island. That doesn't make any sense. You can't drive 40 minutes. In Rhode Island, if something's 40 minutes away, that's a road trip. You stay overnight. My dad has a saying. He's from Rhode Island, lived there his whole life. He always says, AJ, if it's more than 20 minutes away, you don't need it. Learn to live without. I'm not taking 295. It's not happening. We're a one-highway family. But despite this, in droves, they took caravans. These Rhode Islanders drove 40 minutes to goddamn Smithfield, Rhode Island, which you don't want to go to. And we were hanging out the windows. It was like Mad Max Fury Road. We were like swinging chains. We were blowing gasoline into the tubes, trying to get there faster for Sonic. Like, I'm sorry, motherfucker, you trying to talk to me on pronouns right now? You don't know how to say retarded, you trying to talk to me on pronouns, bitch? And they'd be like, I do not think you're supposed to say bitch. And they'd be right. The student became the master. That's fast. It's been great.
You guys are wondering why I do that every time my mic is turned off when I walk back. I'm drinking another beer now, the Lioness. What is it, the Lioness? Anybody know what it is? Alright, I'm going to walk here and walk back. You can still hear me. Hello, I'm reporting live from Eureka Brewing Company. And what they're drinking right now is the Leopard Death Hazy IPA brewed with African Queen, 7.2% ABV, 16-ounce draft. So, everybody, that was AJ O'Connell. Another round of applause. Sorry, I had to let you guys know what beer I was drinking. Dude, you killed it. For someone who didn't get booked up here, I did not expect that. Man. I mean, not that I don't trust other comics' opinions about their friends, but, usually it's a shit show. Today has been quite lovely. Actually, I want to give another shout out right now to the Eureka Brewing Company for allowing us to do this here. Shout out to the Thousand Oaks Acorn for knowing who I am and doing spy research and figuring this out. And shout out for you fine folks for coming up here. Now, what we're going to do at this point in time, before we get our last act up here, God, I don't think you people are ready for this, but this finale is really going to rip your balls off and stick them where your butthole is. Right? This is genre. It's a style, and this is his actual performing ambiance. So what I want all of you to do right now is give a round of applause for Paul Stryker, Dr. Stryker, before he comes on. Listen, we're going to go and I'm going to draw the raffle, and we're going to see who won today's prizes. After the show, somebody wins some prizes. Where are these amazing receipts? Does anybody have them? I'm standing here. People, for those of you who are just tuning in now, we are doing a raffle, and we are going to win some amazing prizes, and these amazing prizes could be anything in the world. And best believe you, they are high-end and delicious. They are great. You are going to love the things you are given. And you cannot give them back once you have them. They are yours. I'm not taking them.
Amazing.
One of them is my bills. Alright, so I got a couple right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this, and the one that lands in my beer, or doesn't land in my beer, depending the way I do it, is the one that wins.
Okay, nobody wins.
Don't, you're not going to do that to me.
Okay. I'll go with this one.
You don't do any sports.
Hey, my mom said I was a great bowler and great at frisbee golf. Okay, calm down. So is there I don't know what the first one, Joe Bullock?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right, can you come up there? If you cannot, you don't have to. I'd love everybody to see the winner tonight because we don't play games here. You two can come out and win a prize. At home, we're going to decide tonight who wins, and I'll announce it live next week. Winner right here. Lucas is. We are going to have his prizes. Do you have his prize right now, or is it in the car?
It's in the car. I'll get it for you after.
All right. We are going to bring your prize to you, and before you leave here, you're going to open it in front of everybody. You ready for that?
And I'm going to be surprised.
You're going to open it. I'll pull them out and explain the gifts to you. Is that okay?
Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Great, because they're yours. I'm not going to have them back. You
No problem.
take them.
No, I will take them.
Great. As long as you will take them, we're good. Okay, without further ado, come on, keep moving. Keep it moving.
What? I don't know what further ado means. Yeah.
You know, I'm saying fancy words, but what we're getting to is our next artist, this rock and roll fella right here, this gentleman right here who looks like your proctologist.
I love rock and roll, so there we go.
He's gonna rock this and roll this.
Okay.
And you can come on later.
Great.
You good with that?
I am good with that. Oh, sure, yeah.
Bro. He grows it.
USA.
All right, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna get Paul, Dr. Striker, rocking this mic right now. So everybody, let this man do his thing.
Nice.
God, wow, you make me feel awkward. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel like a dick on my own mic.
Thank you, guys. Ready for this?
Yeah.
I am Dr. Striker, and I've come to Eureka Brewing Company all the way in Thousand Oaks, California, to rock major fucking ass. It's about sex. Everything I want, everything I want, everything I want, everything I want. You. You want my acceptance and you want my dick. You want my attention, but my love makes you sick. You want my body, it controls your mind. You want me. You want me. You can never have this. You can never have this. I own your self-control. I own your mind and soul. I own your self-esteem. You like me because I'm me, but everything I want, everything I want, everything I want, everything I want is you. You need my forgiveness for being yourself. Substitute my sanity for professional help. You crave my erection. It calms your nerves. You want me. You want me. You can never have this. You can never have this. I own your mind and soul. I own your self-esteem. You own nothing. Absolutely nothing. You like me because I'm me, but everything I want, everything I want, everything I want, everything I want is you.
Yeah? I want you inside of me!
Nice. I got time for one or two.
You got time for both, baby.
Okay. This song is about my life, which is more sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yeah, Deeper Stranger, yeah.
We should have a club.
Yeah, man, I love this shit. Up a little bit more. Thank you. Thanks, sir. Got her acid and her kinky sex parties. Got her strippers and her anarchist money. Gotta hustle all our friends to stay out late. Gotta hustle so we'll never be a stranger again. Got her kitchen and her dinner time parties. Got her couches and her California cheese. Gotta hustle all our friends to eat our food. Gotta hustle so we'll never be a stranger again. The deeper we go, the stranger we get. The deeper we go, the stranger we get. Deeper, stranger, 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 deeper, stranger. I too sort of do porn. Got her running and her weightlifting parties. Got trees. Gotta hustle all our friends to stay outside. Gotta hustle so we'll never be a stranger again. Got our welfare and our government parties. Got our freedom and we've got our poverty. Gotta hustle all our friends to take the bus. Gotta hustle so we'll never be a stranger again. The deeper we go, the stranger we get. The deeper we go, the stranger we get. Deeper, stranger, 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 deeper, stranger. These don't come off as easily.
I have a pair of those.
Oh, yeah? Nice. Okay, I got one more for you guys. This one is about sex.
Oh, no. Really?
More. I got the theme of the night, you know, sort of going with it, with the sex and drugs. This one is fucking real hard. Alright, it's called I'm Gonna Fuck You. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fist you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. You got 3 holes, I'm gonna use them all. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I put my fingers on your clit, and then I make you suck my dick. I put my knuckles up your cunt, and then I rub you like you want. I got you sealed with my grip. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. We smoke a little bit of weed, and then I'll bend you on my knees. I lift your leg up with my tongue, and then I eat you till you're done. I got you down in my bed. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fist you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. You got 3 holes, I'm gonna use them all. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna lube up in your ass. I go real smooth and then real fast. I'm gonna make you feel my bone. You grab the sheets and start to moan. I got you, feel me inside. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fist you 'cause love is too tame. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. You got 3 holes, I'm gonna use them all. I'm gonna fuck you 'cause love is too tame. Thank you.
See, I was this far away, I gotta go, woo! So you guys know I'm still coming now.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I am.
Yeah, take it, please.
Woo! Alright, everybody. You know what? I don't even know what to say. You guys waited, and I told you it was worth it. Like, you know, I don't invite people to the Drunken Stoner Convention. This is the stuff going on in my mind all the time, right? Like, but this man right here. So, Dr. Stryker, how long have you been doing this?
This. 2010. I was originally in Detroit.
You've been doing this since 2010.
Originally in Detroit, where people give no fucks.
How much time have you spent incarceration?
Jesus Christ, bro! You're like Marilyn Manson meets like everybody's uncle that they're afraid to see.
You're Marilyn Manson.
Why do you think I'm like Marilyn Manson? No, he's got a Tenacious D as vibe. I really dug the fuck out of that, man. Like, for a filler here, I had somebody else who was going to do the job. They had to dip out, and he refilled their spot. He filled. He's good at filling holes. And he filled his spot. All right,
all three holes.
This man filled the spot. And I'm super grateful for it. I only met him 2 weeks ago, and I was so blunt. There was like 4 people in the room. No, there was 2 people, and then the people hosting the mic. And he was crawling towards me and my girlfriend. I'm like, no, this guy needs to like. So please give Dr. Striker a follow. He's standing here in underwear, so comfortable right now. Like, I'm not comfortable in the shirt I'm wearing. I designed this shirt, and I'm not comfortable wearing it on this stage. You're in your fucking skivvies. I said skivvies because it sounds like something my man Joe would say.
I have a pair.
He's not wearing skivvies. I fucking knew it. So everybody,
I wasn't kidding about the technique, man.
everybody, we're gonna announce the winner next week of who won in the bids. You can win a t-shirt and a couple other merchandise items that I'll probably send out just because it's the first show. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Thank you to the comics. Thank you, Sam Harder. Thank you, Caesar Lozaro. Thank you, right here, Stephanie DeKalb. Thank you, right here, to Ryan Calamo. Everybody who's in this fight. Thank you to Dr. Striker, who's still in his underpants. I feel a little weird you didn't put some pants on before I interviewed you, but
You're on the other way.
So, I'm holding this. Where can we find you?
Instagram, YouTube, Twitter.
That corner, that dark corner.
Yeah, the dark corner. I would say go to @Dr. Striker, and that's spelled DOCTORSTRIKER.
Yes,
like the full way. Like my name is Doctor. Right?
I'm fucking with you. I love Dr. Striker. This man here has he's inspired me to not want to wear pants. He's inspired me to do a lot more. I'm not tuning into Dr. Striker right now. I don't know what else to do. This show will get no better than this. I promise you that much. No, this show is going to be rocking. Keep it going. Every Monday, 7 p.m., live from Eureka Brewing Company. Everybody, give a round of applause for everyone here. I am Stephen Timble. I am the Drunken Stoner. And these people here are Drunken Stoners as well. They are all comedians. So remember, the more you donate, the more sponsors will lock in with us. And we can get all these comedians smoked out. So every week, we can get drunk, we can get high, and we can have fun. Just for you people.
And we can share it.
And because everybody in the audience knows how sharing is caring, because we get lit in this bitch. Thank you, Hurricane Labs. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I've been the Drunken Stoner. They've been some sick-ass comedians. He still don't have his pants on, and I see a dick outline. We out this bitch.